Hi there, everyone. Welcome back to 3 News Now. I'm Stephanie Haney, and today is Thursday, November 11th. Thank you for being here for the top stories from WKYC.com and our WKYC app. Now, yesterday, I made the mistake of saying Happy Veterans Day. Today is Veterans Day. Happy Veterans Day, celebrating all of the people who have served our military to protect the freedoms that we have. So sorry about saying that yesterday, too, but I guess it's not bad to thank our veterans 2 days in a row. So again, thank you very much. I had been talking about the John Rich charity concert that was happening in Lorain. That was obviously the day before Veterans Day. So here we are. Today is Veterans Day. So we'll start with, we've got an article on WKYC.com to let you know where you can get those Veterans Day deals. And there are quite a few. Here's just a couple that I'll run down for you. At Applebee's, veterans can get a free full-size entree as well as $5 towards their next meal. At Bed Bath & Beyond, here's a big one. Veterans, active duty, and military spouses can get 25% off their entire purchase. That is online or in store between now and November 13th. That could save a lot of money there. At Bob Evans, you can get a free meal. And at Buffalo Wild Wings, you can get a free order of 10 boneless wings and fries. By the way, at Bonefish Grill, veterans get 10% off every single day. That's just a few of the specials that are out there for veterans today. We've got a full rundown at WKYC.com. Now, if you're in the Avon Lake area and you filled up your gas tank at a certain speedway on Tuesday, listen up. This is important for you to know because officials are investigating what could be tainted gas that might actually damage some vehicles. That Avon Lake Speedway, this is the Speedway gas station at Route 83 and Walker Road. Here's the statement that was released from the company. They received reports of tainted gas. They took immediate action, they said, to stop sales of gasoline. They have closed gas operations to remove and dispose of the tainted gasoline. They plan to reopen gas operations after corrections are completed. Here's what's important. If you think you may have gotten gas at that Speedway location, again at Route 83 and Walker Road, you can call 1-800-643-1948. Again, 1-800-643-1948. There's no word on when the gas station will reopen. Of course, this is a developing story. We will have more details at WKYC.com and on all of our broadcasts as soon as they become available. Now, if you've been following the national attention related to the trial of Kyle Rittenhouse, you may have seen a comment by LeBron James. He made a comment on social media. Many people made comments about this. Kyle Rittenhouse is on trial for shooting 2 people and wounding a third during protests in Kenosha, Wisconsin in August of 2020. And he seemed, when he took the stand, which was an interesting choice by the defense, that's not something that you often see, is the defendant taking the stand in a trial of this scope. He started doing what seemed to be sobbing on the stand. Well, this prompted a recess from the judge. When he came back, he was composed. LeBron James tweeted that he didn't see any actual tears. A lot of people saying that it seemed like it potentially could have been an act from the defendant on the stand. Now, this person, an Illinois teenager, Kyle Rittenhouse, is claiming he was acting in self-defense when he shot and killed 36-year-old Joseph Rosenbaum and 26-year-old Anthony Huber. These were during the protests that occurred after a white police officer shot and injured a black man named Jacob Blake. As that trial is ongoing, we do have coverage on WKYC.com, again, generating a lot of conversation, including commentary from LeBron James on social media. Now let's take a look at the latest COVID-19 numbers in from the Ohio Department of Health. In the last 24 hours, we have seen 4,994 new cases of COVID-19. That's down from yesterday, but yesterday was another high number. Yesterday, 5,527 new cases of COVID-19. Right now, there are 2,460 people who are currently being treated in the hospital for COVID. Out of that, 680 in an ICU. Now we have another update from the Ohio singer known as Nightbirde. She's sharing an update on her life as she continues to be treated for cancer. And here was her takeaway message. Remember, Nightbirde is the person who had been performing on America's Got Talent. She got the golden buzzer. She was through to the initial rounds of competition, but she had to bow out so that she could focus on treatment for her cancer. Here's her takeaway message from today. She said, "If we only take the miracles that taste sweet, I don't think we'll ever taste one. If we wait until we have the perfect song, I don't think we'll ever sing. Don't miss it. It's now. We are in the miracle. We are in the dream." Now, the reason that she had this message is because she had posted that she was thinking about the dreams that she'd had in her heart since she was little. Those dreams included, she said, singing to the whole world at once, writing words that sink so deep they don't need to be remembered, being a truth teller, a hope holder, a strength sharer. And then she said, "Wait, am I in the dream? It's not how I wanted it, but this is the dream. I'm in it. It's happening now. And she is right about that. She has been catapulted to the national stage because of her incredible performance on America's Got Talent, her incredible perseverance throughout the story of her overcoming adversity, even to get to that audition point, to be invited, and then to have to back away to treat her cancer. She continued to say that she thought the dream would be sparklier than this. Those were her words. She said, I didn't imagine standing before the world with so many bruises. I didn't imagine that in my shining moment I'd be suffering in front of an audience. I'd always expected miracles. I thought the miracle would be that I could skip to the end, spared of pain. I thought the miracle would make me scar-free, brand new. She writes that she did get a miracle, just not the one she wanted. It sounds like she's being very reflective in this moment. Of course, we do wish Nightbirde the absolute best. She is from Zanesville, as she continues her treatment for cancer. Now this is a good time for a good news break. You know we do it every week. It comes out every Wednesday on the WKYC YouTube channel. It's called It's All Good News, and it comes out at 1 p.m. on Wednesdays. This week, we have a surprising incident where Luke Bryant helped some people who were stranded on the side of the road, and also two different parents, two different children, sort of flip side scenarios, a dad and a daughter and a mom and a little boy who got to go to the World Series against all odds. They weren't going to be able to make it, but they did. They got there. That's just a couple of the stories in this week's It's All Good News. Check it out on the WKYC YouTube page. Again, you can also find it on WKYC.com. And congratulations are in order for Cleveland Cavaliers sideline reporter Angel Gray. She posted today on social media that she is leaving Bally Sports Ohio for ESPN, so congratulations to her. She has been on the Cavaliers broadcast since the 2018-2019 season. We don't yet know exactly what her role at ESPN will be. She did say when she posted on social media that the timing of it had given her a little bit of pause, but she had some long conversations with family, friends, and colleagues and came to the conclusion that taking this leap of faith now is a no-brainer. So here is her message to Ohio, to Cleveland. So my time has come to an end in Cleveland, and this is more overwhelming than I could have imagined. The city has helped me grow into a better person, reporter, and I'll forever be grateful for this chapter of life. Now, Bally Sports Ohio has announced that Andre Knott will fill in for Gray on an interim basis while they look for a full-time replacement. Knott currently works for the network as the sideline reporter during Cleveland Guardians games. So Gray's final broadcast on Bally Sports Ohio, that'll be this Saturday, November 13th, when the Cavaliers take on the Boston Celtics at home, and then Knott will start his interim role on Monday, November 15th. Now, speaking of the Cavaliers, Kyle Kuzma kind of trolled Cleveland after hitting the game-winning shot versus the Cavs. It was the game-winning shot with the Washington Wizards, the 97-94 victory. It was a three-pointer. Here's what he said. He said, I was just ready. I was ready for it. And there were some hecklers during the game talking to him, so he had to do it. He said it was their fault, really. So when asked what was said, he said that the hecklers had a sign that said, LeBron won Kuzma his ring. Now, Kuzma played with LeBron James on the Los Angeles Lakers during their run to the NBA title in 2020. So he said, and this is a phrase that had to be clarified later, he said, they chose violence and I just kept going. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. There was no actual violence, but just to clarify, they chose violence is a popular online saying. Now, let's talk about what the Browns need to do to beat the New England Patriots on Sunday. Our 3 News sports analyst Ben Axelrod has broken it down into 3 key things the Browns need to do. Here's why this is so crucial. This is a crucial game in terms of the playoff picture, because if the Browns win versus the Patriots, according to ESPN, that gives them a 68% chance to make the playoffs. And if they lose, there's a 38% chance that they make the playoffs. So that's a swing of 30%. That's a pretty significant swing. So, we want that win. Right now, the Browns are 5-4. It would be great to see the Browns at 6-4. So here's one of those 3 things that our 3 News sports analyst Ben Axelrod says the Browns need to do. They need to repeat the passing success from last weekend. He said in the first half, Mayfield completed 7 of 8 passes attempted. The Browns ran only 16 plays offensively in the first half. They scored on all 3 of those drives. Mayfield's 60-yard touchdown to Donovan Peoples-Jones was a big play for the offense. And hopefully it'll be the same version of Baker Mayfield that shows up for against the New England Patriots for the Browns on Sunday. Now, it was against Cincinnati last week that Mayfield took a much more confident approach to his passing. Now, if we look back to last year, Mayfield really turned it on against Cincinnati, and then he rode that momentum through the rest of the season as one of the NFL's best passers through that second half of the season last year. So this year, here's hoping that Baker Mayfield turns that switch again and we have that same recipe moving forward. For the other incidents, the other key factors that our 3 News sports sports analyst Ben Oxelrod has for us. Check that out on WKYC.com. All right, this final story, this really hits home personally for me, because if you have maybe thought you were seeing ladybugs in your home, maybe not. They might not be ladybugs. Actually, they're probably not ladybugs. There are beetles that look a lot like ladybugs. They're actually called Asian ladybeetles or harlequin ladybirds, and they are an imposter. They are not ladybugs. Here is what happened to me. I have been seeing what I thought were ladybugs in my new home. I have moved from downtown. I moved into a home, and I thought, wow, my place must be lucky. I've seen just a handful of them. And then today, I'm taking Winston out before heading into the office, Winston the Puggle. I look down and I see maybe a ladybug. I get closer. I take a video. Is it a ladybug? It's not. It's an Asian lady beetle. And here is how I know the difference. Because if you take a look at their neck, an Asian lady beetle has something that looks like a little black M or a butterfly right behind its neck, and a ladybug doesn't have that. So these lady beetles, they actually, they kind of, I'm told, multiply pretty quickly, and they also bite. So they're not great. They are not great. They are, in fact, not ladybugs. So now I have learned, unfortunately, my house is not lucky, and apparently there are some lady beetles hanging around. Now, it hasn't been a ton of them. This one was outside. I've seen maybe 3 of them total in the house, but not pleased with this information. So if you're taking a look at something and you think it might be a ladybug and you're not sure if it might be an Asian lady beetle, just take a look at the neck. I got in there with my phone so that I could take a video and then zoom in as close as possible. And that's how we determined when I got to work today that it is, in fact, a lady beetle. And then I told everyone that I was hiding because I didn't want anyone to tell me that Santa Claus wasn't real either. So it really kind of bursted my bubble today. Hopefully you're not experiencing the same thing. Also, by the way, though, guys, it's not really the season for ladybugs. So that's another tip off that they are probably not ladybugs this time of year. All right, that's it for your 3 News Now update today for Thursday, November 11th. I will see you back here tomorrow with more 3 News Now.